What's up, Photo Booth family? Hustle with Drew family. Your Uncle Drew here, signing in for a live stream. Just trying to place the phone. Just sit. Hold up. All right. That'll do. What's up, guys? This is going to be recorded. I'm leaving this one on here. A lot of the lives, I like to make it. I'm still going to leave it, even after that L. Let me unplug this. Okay. I usually delete the lives because I like them to be live and I want to keep it that way. But there's some where I'm just like, let's just keep it here. This is everything I've learned from being in the photo booth business for 14 years. You can say this is a Bible of my journey as a photo booth owner so that you guys can take the things that I did wrong and not do it, and also take the things that I did right and do it. Drama free, what's up? Good to see you. So, let's just cover the things that I did wrong. It's basically I just didn't do it soon enough. You know, when I started off 14 years ago, I wasn't exploring things as far as marketing to help myself long term. John, what's up, John? I did things like relied on Craigslist. I know a lot of you guys don't know what Craigslist is, but like it's the equivalent of Facebook Marketplace. A lot of photo booth owners go on there thinking that that's marketing, and it is, but it's not something that's going to give you longevity. You know, now looking back at it, you guys, I wish I would have networked sooner. I wish I would have done my website sooner. And the things that I've done right now is networking. Venues, wedding planners, DJs, event coordinators. It's super hard to do. I get it, right? Like, it's not easy to go out there and make these relationships. But I'm telling you, I have some relationships that are a decade old that I still see the benefit from. If I just went only in Craigslist, I'd be screwed. No one uses Craigslist anymore. Greg, what's up, Greg, man? Good to see you. So, like, make these relationships. It takes time. You're going to be alive for a while. You're going to need, look, let's just talk about this. You're going to need money in 5 years. You're going to need money in 10 years. So set yourself up so when it comes to 10 years down the road, you're going to have these things in place. I'm grateful for the younger version of myself that just had enough and was like, bro, you gotta level up. You know, these Craigslist helping anymore, and you know, just try every form of marketing. That's my God honest advice here, is just try it all. Look, another thing I did right and things started changing is I got myself a mentor. I know that sounds stupid because obviously, right? Like a mentor, but think about how much business will be easier if you literally stop taking advice from people you don't know, people that you probably can't confirm are doing well, and then you start taking advice from somebody that you know's doing well, and you're basing that advice off of their success. Don't go to these Facebook groups and just randomly see some stranger say something and go by it. Well, I heard people saying, I heard this is good to use. And it's just like, who told you that? Some guy named Bob on Instagram, or some guy named Bob on a Facebook group. No, like if you hear me say it, at least you guys know I'm in the industry. You know I'm busy. You see me making money at my events. So like take advice from people that are in a place you want to be in. That's solid advice. And also don't take advice. Sometimes it's good to do the opposite of what you see those people online say. I have a screenshot on my phone from Facebook. There's a photo booth group called the Photo Booth Network. I made a post in there a while ago saying, I'm going all in on the all-day photo booth drop-off, and I'm only going to charge $200. I got so much shit. People saying, you're going to fail. One guy was like, let me coach you. That's the wrong way to do it. And I had one guy in there that was just like, that's what I'm doing. I'm crushing it out here in Canada. And man, if I would have listened to those people, those experts that are just dinosaurs, I wouldn't be anywhere now. That all-day drop-off changed my life. It allowed me to be in freaking more than one venue at one time. You know, we did a record of 11 events in one day. And while you may be here saying, well, Drew, $200 per event isn't a lot, it's actually $300 now, so it's not like I'm making much more, but that's the base price. all day rental gets you just the booth. You know, we do events now where we promote 300, but you'll see me look at the videos. Sometimes I'm doing 900 per event for a drop off or 800 per a drop off. It's strategy. And that's another thing that I didn't do back in the day. I had no clear plan and vision for my business. My mentor took me over the top, you guys. He says you need a plan, because if you don't plan, you plan to fail. That's the truth. So he's like, how much do you want to make a year with your business? I was like, I don't know, maybe like 70 or 60. I was like at 45 grand, 40. And then he's like, well, if you set that goal, it's realistic. So if you hit your goal, you did okay, you hit your goal. He goes, but why not set something unrealistic? And then I was like, well, what would that be? And he goes, only you can tell what that would be. So I was like, I want to do 200 grand. And he goes, perfect. And I said that as a joke. I was like, 200 grand would be amazing, like jokingly. And he goes, perfect. Write it down. And now you need to work backwards. So how many events do you need to do in a year at the lowest price to hit your goal? And I started doing those numbers. And then I started thinking creatively. I stopped running my business competitively and started thinking creatively. So when you start thinking creative, doors that you may think are closed start to open up, or maybe you even go around the door. So the all-day drop-off was the solution to that problem. And guess what? Your Uncle Drew failed. A year, when I set that goal, I didn't do 200,000, but I did do 128,000. And that's the beautiful thing about setting these high goals is even if you fall short, your failure is better than average. I wanted to do, I think I told him like 65 or 70 is what I wanted to do initially. So I almost doubled a realistic goal. And that's an L I can take to my grave. I can be happy with that. That's probably my favorite time failing in life is not hitting 200 and hitting 128 grand. So shout out, we got 13 people in the chat. You guys let me know who's here. I know we got Drama-Free Mark. We got Photo Q Booth. We got my man Greg out of Florida. Who else is here? We're gonna do a fun little it's not like a giveaway. I'm gonna hook you guys up tonight. So let me know who's here. I need to see who's here in order to give you guys something for free. So Regan, what's up, man? Good to see you. We got Regan, Inland Empire, California. Good to see you. Hey, what up? What's good? Good to see you. So what I want you guys to do, actually, I'll do this at the end of the live. So stick around. I'm going to tell you guys how you can get all of the Luma Booth digital props that we sell on Photo Booth 101. I'm going to give you guys all of those for free. So I'll give you that at the end. Yeah, that's a little treat. Stick around. I'm not going to be here for long. The wife's cooking dinner, and as soon as she's done cooking, she's going to come in here and tell me it's ready, and that's when we'll end. So I'll give you guys my email address to get those digital props. That's like a free $30 or $40 gift. So if you use Luma Booth and you want to use those. Kimber, I'm new, haven't started the biz yet. Let's go. Hey, Kim, never a better time to start. Since I'm talking about, if anyone can say this, it's me. I've been doing it for 14 years, and some people, would say it was easier to start back then. Not true. It's easier to start today. Want to know why? Social media has changed everything. The software now is more reliable. The hardware is pretty much way more affordable. So start. Don't wait another day. And again, I'm here to remind you guys, if you're going to spend any money on your business, do it now. Don't wait. You guys, don't wait until December to buy something that's going to help your business or elevate or even start your business. Give yourself a 10, 11 month stretch to where you can make the money that you invested 3 times over and write off everything. Look, I'm not a CPA, but I know enough to say that your business equipment is a write-off if it's for business, if it's going to make you money. So don't, look, I'm patriotic. I love my country, right? But I think we'll all agree every sane person is going to write something off if they can, right? Why not? So either write off things that you're using to make you more money or things that are going to make your life more easier. We could talk about that. Yeah. Jojo, what's up, Jojo Dancer, good to see you. Shiny, what's up, Shiny? I worked for a photo booth company in Canada as a photo booth attendant, decided to start my own, got fired. I want to do a digital drop off plus two print max. Got it. So you got fired from the company you were working for because you wanted to start your own business? Those people blow my mind. I want the people that work for me to grow and to expand. You know what I mean? That's unfortunate, but I'm glad you're actually willing to do it. And I do think the drop off with prints, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated things that you could do for your business. Look, people are terrified to do drop offs because they're so attached to the money they put into their equipment. I'm more concerned about missing opportunity. I'm more concerned about saving my sweet, valuable time than I am enforcing myself to be at these events. My clients don't care if there's an attendant or not. The experience is the same, you guys. Even with prints, I promise you, if you're thinking that you need to be at your events, you're a glorified prop table maid. That's my own opinion. Yes, there's some value in being there. You get content, you get to talk and interact. There is an aspect of that I agree, but for the most part, most people don't care for an attendant. And I think it's, a sales pitch here, as I say, when I'm on the phone with the lead. And you just want to make sure, does this come with someone to watch the booth? It does not, because our system is very, very locked in. We have it dialed in. You're not going to need someone there to troubleshoot because you're not going to have any problems. Also, we recommend no attendant. It'll leave for a very private photo booth session. If we have an employee there, they're going to be next to the booth, and the people using the booth may not want to kiss. They may not want to get silly because a stranger is standing 2 feet away from them. Oh, perfect. Did you want to add that? No, just asking. That's how we do it. I am reluctant to train attendants as I'm worried they will start their own like I did. Bro, what? Now you're kind of annoying me a little bit. That is pretty, that is a, hold this. This is yours. You don't want to hire an attendant because you're worried someone's going to do to you what you did to someone else? Does that seem right? What? All right, Jojo, regards from NYC. Kimber, I did order everything but the printer and Luma booth. I'm getting it from you for sure. I've been quietly following you for 3 months. Love that, love that, love that. So you went from quietly following to loudly following. That's awesome. But yeah, make sure you use my Luma booth sign up code. I mean, everyone here, why not get a discount on it, but also get a chance to join the private group chat. If you use my link, you have to reach out to me, say, hey, either DM, email. I'm not hard to get a hold of. Photo Booth 101, all my info's there. I have to verify you use the link correctly, and then you can get access to the Luma Booth chat that we created. I think we have the best support for the software, in my opinion. I don't even think you get better support from the software, in my opinion, until Luma Booth gets like a phone number that you can call. I think ours is faster. Jojo the Rock Dancer, I'm very excited for this new venture. I'm here to learn. Let's go, Joe. I love that. All right, drama free. What is the meal that the wife is making? Nothing better than the scent of a good meal developing in your home and created by a loved one. Oh man, bro, my wife gets down. My wife gets down. So right now I'm doing the hard 75 challenge. One thing this year is I look, I'm overweight. I gotta lose weight. I know that. So yeah, we're doing that challenge and we're counting calories. So tonight she's making spring rolls, chicken spring rolls, which should be like 600 calories. And yeah, she's literally gonna come in here in any minute and be like, it's ready. And we're gonna have to end the live. But until then, I'm here with you guys. All right, Kimber 15, yes for sure. I'm down for the group chat. Yeah, it's the best support you can get. So like back to the topic of the day, like things that I 14 years of experience. I wish I would have documented. I wish I would have documented the journey. I wish I would have, on day one made a video where I'm saying, hey, this is Drew here. And I had my business partner back then, which is my friend Daniel. I wish we would have been like, hey, we're starting this journey. This is day one. I wish I would have filmed more on my first, 2 years of events, because I built a 7-figure business, you guys. I would love to have that footage to sit there and make videos like when it started and shown that content and shown this janky ass setup that I first built to be like where we're at today and show the Deluxe Duo and all the cool products that we use now. Like, I wish I would have had that. And, your story is very important as a small business. Another thing I wish I would have done sooner, is automate my business. Man, that would have saved me hours and hours and hours of time. And again, when I said invest in things that make you money or save you time, automating your business saves you time, and it's worth every penny. So things like Honeybook or CheckCherry, right? CRMs, client relation management tools, very worth every penny, because your Uncle Drew is able to wake up in the morning, right? I yawn, right? I usually look for my phone. Then I remind myself the phone has to wait. Then this is the morning. I close my eyes. I pray. I thank God for the day. I thank God for, giving me another opportunity at this life. And thank you for dying on the cross. I'm reminding myself of that every single day so that we can be forgiven. Then I look at my wife. She's usually sleeping still, or maybe if she's awake, she's in the bathroom. But then I grab my phone. And when I grab my phone, bookings. I see Honeybook bookings through Honeybook, deposit paid, contract signed with people I haven't even talked to, usually repeat clients or somebody that goes on our website and they book. And that's automation. If I didn't automate my business, I would literally have to either talk on the phone, walk them through the process, take a credit card, send an email for a contract. It's time consuming. And I'm here to remind you guys, people book photo booths at the weirdest times. You have some people, you guys, booking a photo booth. You'll literally have people booking a photo booth at 2 a.m, 3 a.m. And if you can't get a booking at 3 a.m. without, if you have to be awake for that, that's a problem. I agree. I learned a lot from you in year 3. Let's go, man. Good to see you. Good to see you, Nate. Shiny is saying, what are your thoughts on doing a DSLR drop-off, provided you vet your client, and there are no children? I'm here to remind you that drunk adults are just as bad, if not worse, than kids. So my thoughts on a drop-off with a DSLR is not to do it. The risk is not worth the reward with a DSLR drop-off. A DSLR drop-off means, think about this, you're going to have to do automatic camera settings, right? And at that point, you're not really getting the full benefits of a DSLR, because when you're not there, you can't control the lighting, right? If they turn off the lights, let me plug this in. This phone's about to die. There's too many moving parts in a DSLR booth. The flash, you have all the wires, the hub, you have the body. It's just too much. So to me, it's drop off only with iPad. And I get it. The reward of using a DSLR is that your quality is there. But like, is it really that much better in automatic? I don't think so. Love that. Maria, good to see you. Miss Morales, drunk adults spill on your booth. Don't do it. Saying from experience, and it was just a digital drop off. Absolutely. Yeah. To me, I mean, it's a no brainer. iPad only. iPad only. What else, man? What else? I'm just trying to give out as many gems as possible. I wish I would have focused more on getting reviews. I wish I would have done it. I wish I would have done it sooner, because, a solid Google My Business or anywhere where you're getting reviews is a flex. So I'm here to remind you guys, you don't have to compete with the cheapest. And whenever you're in a situation where you have to compete with someone that's cheap, usually a lead saying, hey, there's this person that's charging $300. Just want to see, if you can lower your price. Instead of being like, yeah, I'll match it. F that. I'm getting into the habit of doing this even more, is I'll say, well, that price, I'd be concerned off of everything they're offering you at the rate that it goes to do your event. It's not just 4 hours of prints, it's XYZ, and that would be somebody making roughly $40 an hour. I'm like breaking it down now, and I'm also at a point too now where I'm just like, do you mind sharing their info? I'd love to save you a headache if I can. You don't even have to book with me, but that's a red flag. I'd be very, very concerned. Also, I'll throw them under the bus. I'm like, well, look, we're not the cheapest, and that's because we have over 1,000 plus 5-star reviews. We've been doing it for 14 years. We're not doing this as a side hustle. This is what we do full time. So, if you're looking for the cheapest, that's not going to be us. But if you're looking for a great experience, people that you can trust, that's us. Also, we have a plethora. I've been saying that word a lot, trying to build my vocabulary. We have a plethora of backdrops. So if you're having a wedding theme that has a rustic cowboy theme, we have a backdrop for it. If it's an all pink party, we have a backdrop for it. If it's and I'll keep going. Our props are even customized, not to mention the templates. So, like, you got to be able to say, if you're not going to be the cheapest, you have to give them a reason to let them know that you're not going to be the cheapest. Miss Morales, what are your thoughts on offering online gallery for free for just leaving a review? Love that idea. I'm all for in Grand Theft Auto. In real life, I don't think in real life, I don't think it's legal to I don't think it's legal to do that. I don't think legally you can, give somebody something for a review, because then those reviews are not legitimate. But in Grand Theft Auto, the video game, I love that idea. Do it all day in Grand Theft Auto. All right. Nate, do you think charging as hours or packages? It depends. So for drop-offs, digital drop-offs, we do all day, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. But for prints, we do hourly, just because printing, there is a little bit of cost involved. And to be honest with you, I don't want a 10-hour print drop-off at all. That's, the chances of a paper jam increases and all of that. So for prints, we do hourly, but digital, we do all day. Yeah. Man, I want to remind you that we're in the best time to be a photo booth owner. If you haven't started already, start, okay? Look, there's never going to be a perfect time. Put faith in God, put faith in yourself that it's going to happen. If my dumbass can make $1 million in this industry, you guys can. You want to hear my stat sheet, right? If I'm on NBA 2K, here's my attributes. Auditory processing, ADHD, special education student in elementary school through high school, not college educated. I don't even consider myself a high school graduate. Like, they passed me. Like, I have learning disability after learning disability. It's very hard for me to do business, anxiety, everything. And if I can do it, you can do it. And the main thing here that I can say, that the biggest thing that has made me successful is I don't quit. I don't quit. And you guys, I'm telling you, stick around, stick it out. You're going to get experience. You're going to get better. All the things you don't know, I promise you, you'll eventually know. The biggest cop-out I see people do is, I'm not tech savvy. What the hell does that mean? Nobody is. Show me a baby that comes out of the womb knowing how to use Canva and making a template. People don't. It's a lack of being resourceful. That's it. Let's just be real here. You're not technically stupid. You're technically unresourceful. You have the University of YouTube. You have University of TikTok. All the resources you need, everything you want to know is online. Chat GPT will pretty much tell you everything you need to know about everything, you guys. There's no excuses here. Look, if you're a person that has people that rely on you, and I am, right? I'm the man of my house. People rely on me to make sure we're making money. You should be uncomfortable. You should be like, hey, let me level up this photo booth business. Because I'm telling you now, in the next 2 years, it's still going up, but I'm making this prediction in 2 years, it's not going to be as easy as it was today, this year, or next year. You're seeing a lot more people get into this business, and that's fine, right? We're not scared about that, but you're going to see it level out. I'm telling you guys, get uncomfortable and do something about it. Like, make that change and start taking some chances. Please. Please, 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 please. Okay. All right. DFW Glam Booth, good to see you. Good to see you. Drama Free saying, hey, build your skills like Legos, one piece at a time to see the whole project come to fruition. Amen. I freaking love that. Love that, Shiny 100. Hey, man, I bought your booth. I can't get my iPad on Luma to cut. You can't get your iPad. Wait, what? You can't get your iPad on Luma to cut? WCM Plus. So look, good to see you here, by the way. The WCM in my mind stands for worst choice made. It's a little. What's the upside of that thing, you guys? So I'm going to recommend this. I don't want to bag on it too much, but WCM should stand for worst choice made from a company DNP do not purchase. That's my own opinion. Not a fan of the company. Tried working with them, ghosted me. Not to mention that they have a lot of issues internally. But get yourself a laptop, man. Get a MacBook. 2019 MacBook Air will work fine. You get Luma Booth Assistant on the MacBook. It's easy, very, very easy to print. You don't have to rely on a little connection. I owned two WCMs in the past, and both of them were great for 4 months. And then all of a sudden, for 30 seconds to a minute, I couldn't print, and it goes in and out. I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the WCM, so I mean it. Like, if we're charging people $600, $700 to do an event for them for their wedding, and we're printing with something that we don't fully understand how it works, it's a problem. Yeah, my friend. Yeah, and if you ordered, when you say, okay, do this, send me, when you ordered your booth, you got an email confirmation, respond to that email, and we can set up a call. I'll help you for free. I love taking care of our people. We can hop on a 20, 30-minute call. I'll help you set up your laptop, and we'll make sure it prints. You're going to be like dumbfounded how much easier it is. Like, it's so much easier. And what I love about using the MacBook is I can take my iPad, take a wire from my iPad, and plug it straight into the MacBook and not have any printing issues at all. It's hands down the easiest. Yeah. Everyone learned to do something, just learned. Absolutely. Yeah. We have a lady that she's about 70, she's in her 70s. She bought a booth for me, and she came in and she goes, I'm not going to lie to you. I have an old flip phone. I don't know much about technology, but I'm going to make this work. I was like, God bless you. I trust you because you're here. You know, it's never too late. And she now has 4 units. She's doing photo boothing full time. I think she's like 76 or 75. So like, there's no excuse, you guys. Absolutely no excuse. You're welcome, man. Good to see you. Jojo is saying the complete cloud booth package, pros, cons, please. Pros, that getting your package from us, we're sending you everything. You don't need to worry, is this the right item? Is this the right item? We send you everything. The laptop we send you in that complete package has Luma Booth Assistant downloaded, the print drivers downloaded, your iPad ready to go. You basically just sign into your Luma Booth account. We cover all of that. The con of having not just the cloud booth, but a DSLR booth, a con is you can't really do a drop-off with it. Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do drop-offs with the DSLR. So, Jojo, if your goal is to have unattended photo booth, that's not the right booth. You would want to do the deluxe package or the Digi package because those are iPad only. I'd also say, too, there's something to be said that, typically DSLR booths aren't as stable, like, physically as iPad booths, because iPad booths, well, I mean, at least my iPad booths are designed to be tanks and not knocked over. But if you're looking at the cloud booth and you want the best quality photos, bro, that's the best booth. The qualities that come out of that photo booth are hands down the best. You're using a Canon R100, which is included in that. So, yeah. Let me see, Nate. So you just use your laptop? Oh, just. So yes, to print, we put the laptop connected to the printer. iPad info gets sent from iPad to the laptop, and it prints. What's your thoughts with the Glambot? Sorry if that's off subject. No disrespect, man, at all. No, bro, you're good. There's no disrespect there. Glambot's cool. It's just not, to me, look, my goals for my business is to make as much passive money as I can. I'm at a point where look, dude, can I say something here? And I want to say it humbly, just so you guys know what's possible. I've made well over $1 million in my 14 years as a photo booth owner. I'm good. We have money, and we maxed out on time. I don't want to do something that's going to take more time, even though I know you can make more money with it. But my goal is to have as many passive rentals as possible, and that's like the last thing. Also, pretty damn expensive for a Glambot. But if you want to get into it and you're okay with the high purchase price, which is fine, right? It's an investment, and you're okay to be there and do that, it's cool. But in my opinion, again, I think that's a trend. I talked about it earlier. I wish I would have jumped on trends earlier. That's a regret I have. But I think that's a trend that is, to me, I think that one's peaked too. I think the glam bot is a little bit like still popular, but like imagine doing that when it first came out, just like the 360. But yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. Collaboration, not competition. Facts, facts, facts. I love that. Yeah, community over competition. It's huge. Yeah, so that's let's talk about that too, right? I kind of briefly said it, but like trends are huge, and if you're gonna do a trend, it's better to take that chance sooner. The sooner you jump on the trend, this is how it goes. When you jump on a trend early, that's when people are gonna pay the most for it. Not as many people offering it. It's new. Not many people know what it's really worth. As time goes on, more people do the trend. You start seeing it go down, 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 right? Um, so yeah. I think that's it. I think we're gonna wrap up the live here. I just do want to extend this. So while I go live, I sometimes well, two things here. Only if you have to send this email to me right now. I'm gonna keep this live. Email me at photobooth101info@gmail.com. One more time, photobooth101info@gmail.com. In the subject line, just put the word YouTube live. I'm going to respond to you guys tomorrow, and I'm gifting everyone that emails me the Luma Booth digital props. If this email is not sent in the next 10 minutes, I'm not sending you guys no props because this is going to be recorded. So if you want those digital props for Luma Booth for free, it's going to be a Google Drive, photobooth101info@gmail. But hold on, not yet. Also, is there anybody here that's a photo booth owner or looking to start that doesn't have contracts for their business? Your Uncle Drew at Photo Booth 101. We have contracts that literally, check me out, 14 years of experience, also looked at, reviewed by an attorney, and you guys can get those contracts for $79 if you want to get it. Put the word contracts. I'll change it on the website so you can get it. I'll leave that live for literally 10 minutes. Yeah. Photo Booth 101, photobooth101info@gmail.com. James from Burlington. Love that, man. Good to see you. I would love the contracts. All right, perfect. Cool. Can I do this on my back end? I can do that right now. Let's go. Let me go on the website to change that for you guys. For James. So James wants the contracts. You know what, James? I'm going to also gift you some other documents. So when you place the order for these contracts, tomorrow, where's my laptop? Tomorrow, I'm going to email you the white label contracts that we sell for free. I'm going to email you a PDF with my price list. So if you want to take inspiration of what we do or even copy, that's fine. And then a few other items that we have on our store digitally. James from Burlington. I love that. We're literally going to be neighbors. Burlington, right? You mean North Carolina, right? Yeah. Honestly, if it were up to me, I would be in my new house in North Carolina, but we're remodeling a property here, and we have to get it ready for rent. So I can't leave here until this place is done. And probably going to hire property management to do it, but we'll see. Yeah. I remember, James. I just wasn't sure because there's a Burlington, I think, also out here in California. So I always got to make sure. Dude, North Carolina, I'm telling you, is one of the most underrated states, man.
Okay.
Super affordable to live. Like, if you guys, you're going to hate me. All my California people here, you guys know how expensive your electricity bill is, especially during summer. I think there's been times where it was like $800. North Carolina, my best friend at his house, he's like, it's never been over $150. And he goes, we leave the AC on 24/7. All right. Love it. Donnie, I got the email. Emails are coming in for those free props. And they split checks at dinner. Dinner, yeah, man. And another thing too, this was one of I'll be real here. I wasn't like really wanting to move there because it's cheaper to live. That wasn't like the biggest factor. When you go there, you feel God's presence when you're there. people that live there believe, man, you don't feel God out here in California. You just don't. You feel the opposite, to be real here. I don't want to make this like a religious thing here, but like, it's the truth, man. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm the internet, so I can go on the back end here and drop that price for you. Look at and see how they tax out of state money making. North Carolina, you're insured the individual or not the vehicle. Yeah. Oh, speaking of churches out there, my goal is to buy, because there's a lot of churches. There's a lot of them that are like being sold, right? Like going out of business. But I want to buy an old church and convert it into a venue. You can get a heck of a deal on a place with a lot of space. Or we're going to build either build or buy a barn style venue. My goal in life is to become a venue owner, because of being in the photo booth business for freaking 14 years, you start to realize these are the people making the most money. Some venues pulling in 15 grand per event. They're doing 3 events a week. That's like insane. That's where I want to be at. Okay, hold on. Let me go to my site here. I need to drop the price. My products. Yeah, so anyone else here that wants those contracts, let me know now. I'm only going to set it for we'll do one. I'm going to set this for James. If you want those contracts at the $79 price point, we typically sell them for $300. It's going to be $79, and then I'm also going to hook you up with a lot of those other stuff that we have here. Okay, this is taking so long. Okay, go to products. We're going to drop the price. All right. Categories. So someone just sent me an email asking for me to look at their logo, and you want the truth? I'm not going to do that. It's not important. I know that sounds really bad to say, but your logo doesn't mean anything. But to you it does. Photo booth owners aren't making money from their logo. If you're starting off and your effort's going into your logo, you're losing. Like, I mean that, and I mean that with the nicest intentions in mind. Focus more on learning the software. Learn more on automating your business. Like a logo, go to ChatGPT, get it done in a few seconds. Like, I know that makes me sound like a jerk, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I don't want to spend my days looking at logos. Okay. All right. So Photo Booth 101, my friend, James, my future North Carolina, photobooth101.com. Scroll down here to where it says resources. And you're going to see 2 people shaking hands. This is the bundle right here with the $2.99 point crossed off. You can order that. You can digitally download them, but I'm also going to hook you up, and only you, the white label agreements. So we have those for $39. This is if you want another photo booth owner. Bro, I might use this with you when I move out there. You can have one company sign this so they know that they work for you. They don't hand out business cards. They know what they're reliable for. I'm also going to send you the scripts that we have. One, if you want to work with venues. One, if you want to work with other photo booth companies. Lastly, I'm going to email you, and that email tomorrow will be my price list. So, James Reed. Wow, that was quick. James, super quick. Oh, dang. All right. Shout out to James. I live in Greensville, South Carolina. I moved there from LA, and I love it here. I love to hear that. Yeah. One thing, though, that they don't have in the South, especially North Carolina and South Carolina, is good Mexican food. Good Mexican food does not exist. We're not talking Tex-Mex. We're talking like good Mexican seafood or like actual like good food. Like, you want top level food, like Mexican food in California, go to LA, and the street vendors have amazing food. You can find a person with a tent selling food on a corner, and it'll be some of the best like tacos you've ever had in your life. Greg. Hey, Greg, I appreciate you, brother. We missed you at Rex's meetup yesterday in Cerritos. Damn, I didn't even know he had that. I think I might have heard it. Yeah, I went last time, but there just wasn't a lot of people. It wasn't really worth, to be honest, like going out to. But I would have loved to gone to see you and to go see Rex. That would have been cool. I would love to. Thanks a lot, Drew. My pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much. DNW Guy 420. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Uncle Drew, for everything. Appreciate you, friend. All right, guys, Uncle Drew signing off. Look at, just in case you were wondering, these are the spring rolls she made. I can't wait. So we got to eat these.
All right, love you.
Uncle Drew, you're going to notice Uncle Drew's face getting thinner soon because I'm locked in. I'm dialed in. I'm putting health first. So everything needs to come second. So God bless, guys. Uncle Drew signing off. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.